Wonderful, thank you. I'd like to welcome to the stage, of course, Councillor Rawlson King. Rawlson King was elected in a historic by-election in 2019 to represent Rideau-Rockcliffe Ward 13, becoming Ottawa's first Black City Councillor. He was re-elected in 2022 and now serves on many committees and boards, including the Community Services Committee and the Built Heritage Committee, which he chairs. He is the council liaison for the city's anti-racism and ethno-cultural relations initiatives, leading implementation of the City of Ottawa's anti-racism strategy. Welcome, Councillor King.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody, and good evening. As council liaison for anti-racism and ethno-cultural relations initiatives at the City of Ottawa, I'm honored to acknowledge that the land on which Ottawa is built upon is unceded Algonquin Anishinaabe territory. I'm also truly honored and humbled to stand before you today to express our heartfelt gratitude to an exceptional woman in our community, to Sarah. Today, we celebrate not just her dedication, but also her unwavering commitment to promoting unity, understanding, appreciation, and social justice within Ottawa's Black, Caribbean, and African communities and beyond. Sarah, your remarkable efforts in organizing and hosting events, as well as radio programs in our community, have not only brought joy and color to our community, but have also strengthened the bonds that tie us together. Your passion for celebrating the rich cultural tapestry of our Caribbean and African heritage through Black History Ottawa, and I know the whole team is here, so I want to acknowledge the team from Black History Ottawa because it's a team effort. The team is here as well. Is nothing short of inspiring. Through your tireless work, you've given a platform for our voices to be heard, our traditions to be cherished, and our stories to be shared in the pursuit of equity. Your selfless contributions have created spaces where diversity is not just welcomed, but celebrated. In each event you've organized, you've sowed the seeds of understanding, breaking down barriers, and fostering connections that will undoubtedly leave a lasting legacy. Your enthusiasm has sparked a flame of curiosity and appreciation for the vibrant cultures that make up our community, our Ottawa. We are not just acknowledging your efforts today, we're also celebrating the impact you've made on the lives of countless individuals. Your dedication has bridged gaps, opened minds, and created an atmosphere of inclusivity where everyone feels valued and appreciated. In recognizing your outstanding work through Volunteer Ottawa's Lifetime Achievement Award, we are reminded of the power of your passion and determination to make a difference. You are a beacon of light, guiding us towards a future where cultural diversity is not just acknowledged, but embraced wholeheartedly. Sarah, as we express our greatest gratitude to you today, we also extend our deepest respect. Your contributions serve as a testament to the fact that change is possible, and it often starts with the efforts of individuals like you. You have not just organized events and created space for new voices, you've created memories, fostered understanding, and inspired generations. On behalf of the entire community, I extend my heartfelt congratulations and sincere thanks for your outstanding service. Thank you, Sarah, for all you've done and continue to do. Your legacy of understanding and cultural celebration will undoubtedly continue to flourish, enriching the lives of everyone you touch. Congratulations once again, Sarah. You are a true inspiration to all of us.
Thank you so much, Councillor King. I'd like to introduce you to June Gervin. June is a well-known Ottawa community leader and a person Sarah describes as her personal mentor. June is the president of the Black History Ottawa and a promoter of the citywide UN Decade for People of African Descent 2015 to 2024, embracing Ottawa's motto, Advance Ottawa en avant. In 2016, she was invested as a member of the prestigious Order of Ontario and a recipient of the Mayor's City Builder Award. Hello, Judy.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you for coming into my home every day. What else can I say about Sarah? Councillor has said it all, and so beautifully. I want to say two things. Community volunteering is a delicious tonic for old age. I recommend it. Another thing, today is about Sarah, but I'd be remiss if I stood here and did not say thank you to Gowlings. I came of age in Canada. I was looking for a job. I didn't like taking exams, but it seemed I had to take a civil service exam. So I was on the way to the exam when I was walking on Metcalfe Street, and I saw a sign saying Gowling, McTavish, Henderson, and I pushed the door open because I wanted to avoid the exam. And I said, I'm looking for a job. And that's how I met Peter Newcomb of Gowlings. Peter Newcomb not only hired me, he became my lifelong mentor. Now there's a volunteer job for you. And I'm standing here, quite truly, because of Peter Newcomb. So volunteerism can be for a community, but it can be for one individual immigrant of African ancestry who needed a supporter. So thank you, Gowlings, for carrying the legacy of Peter Newcomb. Kenyan-born Sarah Onyango, she of the magnificent Maasai regalia, is a well-known fixture in Ottawa on community, television, radio scene, and wider community. This award recognizes Sarah's decades of volunteer contributions. It recognizes her place among Ottawa's honored community builders. Sarah is a role model for me, for all of us in the Black community and beyond. Sarah inspires and lifts us up. I speak on behalf of my fellow board members when I say that Black history honors Sarah as our pride. Let's even say our backbone. She joined Black History Ottawa in 1993. She served as a community volunteer, translator. With her, we reestablished the organization with community partnerships, including library and archives. She works assiduously, exhaustively, to sustain Black History Ottawa and our longevity. She has raised the profile of Black History Ottawa throughout the wider community. Sarah plays a central role in organizing the official Black History Month launch for the City of Ottawa. She has strengthened ties between BHO and our sister organization in Gatineau, Quebec, Conseil communautaire noir de Gatineau, and the City of Ottawa, and institutional partners like Ottawa Public Library. On the BHO board, her special responsibilities include communications, or archives, matters relating to Black History Ottawa's public profile, and outreach. Sarah engages with us, supports us, promotes us. She connects us across our diaspora communities from Canada, Africa, the Caribbean. Her volunteerism as a member of the United Way East Ontario Recognition Team and co-chair of Welcoming Ottawa Week are two concrete examples of this. Sarah is a connector, a communicator, an ambassador at large. Words that come to mind in describing her community building ways include ever engaged, ever present, available, initiative taking, responsive, on time, key, especially key, enabling. Sarah leads us to know one another, to enhance our capacity to become a stronger team, stronger together. She does this in whatever media is available to her. Maybe it's being a broadcaster with CHU 89.1 FM and the Rogers TV. Sarah has an affair of the heart with community, in the spirit and intent of Ottawa's motto, Advance Ottawa, en avant. Let's simply say that Sarah's love and commitment to our community is expressed through her community building and community connections in whatever way is presented to her. She seeks ways. Sarah is so supportive. Doing community building work in Ottawa requires covering cultures, covering cultural distances, as well as geographic distances. Sarah is a citizen of the multicultural universe. So she closes cultural differences in Ottawa with finesse and with ease. Evidence of this is her volunteer public relations work for various African and Caribbean associations, diplomatic missions here in Ottawa. Sarah, how can I properly praise you? Let us just say thank you, gratitude. And thank you to Volunteer Ottawa for seeing excellence when excellence presents itself.
I'd like to introduce Gavin Lumsden. Gavin is the station manager at Rogers Ottawa and has worked with Sarah for most of his 30 years. I said 30 years at the station. It's amazing. Gavin is no stranger to volunteering himself, contributing to many projects with the Mission, Cornerstone, the Dragon Boat Foundation, and the Food Bank. Last year, he received the Ted Rogers Award as Employee of the Year and became a member of the Order of Ottawa. Gavin Lumsden, everyone.
Well, I'm not sure why I'm going last. Those were three absolutely beautiful tributes, and I can't possibly match them, but here's what I got. Thank you very much. I'm extremely honored to be here tonight as you recognize one of Rogers TV's longest serving and most distinguished volunteers. Sarah Onyango, Rogers French and English stations, Rogers French and English stations in Ottawa are volunteer driven as we create content that is for, by, and about our community. A portion of it is driven by Sarah in her role as producer. The climate for volunteerism has evolved considerably in recent years, especially so since COVID. The evolution, occasions, and opportunity to take stock and reflect on the characteristics of the ideal volunteer. The exercise conjures words such as dedication, commitment, creativity, professionalism, and yes, even punctuality. All traits which can quite easily be ascribed to Sarah. I'll go off script here for a second to relate that once a month for the last 3 decades, Sarah, who doesn't drive, takes 2 buses in rush hour in the dead of winter to come to our station to record her programs. And she is never, ever late. A remarkable feat given the transit challenges in our city. Sorry, Councillor. But I submit that Sarah's impact as a volunteer embodies more, much more. She's a role model, as we've heard tonight, an inspiration, and a true connector in the Gladwellian sense, someone who brings people and ideas together. Indeed, one of the key problem-solving mantras at our station has become, ask Sarah, she'll know someone. We have been privileged to know Sarah as a warm, gracious, and generous community builder for more than 30 years. She is richly deserving of this honor, and we are grateful to Volunteer Ottawa for making it possible.
Wow. Wow. Give it up, everybody, for the one and only Sarah Onyango. Alex?
Pictures first, I guess.
Oh my goodness. And then I have to respond to all that? I mean, you already said everything. We can go home now. Is this the one that, no, this is the one that works. Yeah, there we go, there we go. Sorry. Whew. Ero kamano uru ahinya. Ero kamano. Asanteni sana, asanteni. Merci infiniment. Merci beaucoup. Thank you. I started off in my mother tongue with this Luo. It's a language spoken by Nilotic peoples around Lake Victoria. Those are my people. That's who I come from. That's where I get my values originally before I came anywhere near Canada. That's also who I honor by wearing traditional Maasai attire. The country of Kenya is where I got the spirit of Harambee, working together in solidarity to lift each other up, to lift the community and the country up. I'm a very spiritual person. I've been asked often, why do you do this? Why do you do this? I believe that service is the rent you pay for living. That is not my quote. I think it's Martin Luther King Jr., if I'm not mistaken. That's how I live my life every day. I've been given a lot of privilege. My parents, who came from very humble beginnings in rural areas in South Nyanza, managed to get themselves educated, lift themselves out of their circumstances. My father had a wonderful, long diplomatic career that took him around the world, and that brought me here. I'm grateful to my parents because they modeled Harambee in our home. They modeled it there. As children, we saw this, and we grew up with that as a core value. It's not about you, it's about us. It's about family and community. I would like to spend the rest of my time thanking a lot of people. I would like to begin with some people who unfortunately no longer are with me, but who have really been instrumental in a lot of the community media work that I've done in this community. I'd like to start with my late beloved mentor, John Dennison. John Dennison is that one person who watched me around the community and decided that he was going to help me be more effective and he was going to help me cultivate excellence in community work. I approach community work like it's a job. It's actually my second full-time job that I have. And I put all the energy into it. Gavin did mention I'm never late. I don't believe in being late. I don't play that. I just don't. Everything is taken very seriously. I don't like to waste people's time, energy, investment, and I just give it everything. John Dennison. The other we lost this year. John we lost in 2014. The other we lost this year. Ewart Walters. Ewart Walters, the founder and publisher of the Spectrum newspaper, who gave me my first writing job. I wrote for the Spectrum until it disappeared from 1994 to 2013. These two gentlemen would call me, encourage me, advise me. They would even tune into the show and critique, which is very helpful because both of them were very experienced, and it helped me become a better community broadcaster. And speaking of broadcasting, I'd like to thank my boss, Gavin, at Rogers TV, and all of the colleagues there, all the people that I have collaborated with, whether it was on Font on From, Caribbean Calendar. I'd really like to pay tribute to Shahid Khan. Shahid Khan is another mentor. He is the one who saw me being interviewed and said, "Would you like to host this show? We kind of lost our host. I think you'd be good," and would encourage me to keep coming back. And I never left. 22 years later, I'm still there. Yes. And I'd also like to pay tribute to Jean-Marie Guerrier, the Vice President of Black History Ottawa, because at one point it was me and him trying to keep Black History Ottawa alive somehow when we'd gone through a lot of challenges with changes of leadership. With no money, using our own money, trying to just keep Black History Month going here in the city of Ottawa. And I'd like to pay tribute to him and all of my fellow board members of Black History Ottawa for their support and their trust in me. Radio Guy, I'd like to thank your organization, but I'd like to really thank CHUO and another mentor and supporter at CHUO who just stepped down. Erin Flynn of CHU 89.1 FM. This woman, I mean, very hands-on, very supportive, always ready to provide the resources, training and otherwise that we needed to make Black on Black the show that it has become. It is literally a reference in Black community media in this city. And I'd also like to pay tribute to my fellow host producers, Adrian, Denise, Jackie, Pat, and all the previous people that I've co-hosted with. I do not take this for granted. When they said lifetime achievement, I was like, lifetime? I mean, I know I'm old, but I'm not that old. Why y'all giving me a lifetime? Anyway. And then I realized, oh, wait, okay, so that's 20 years, that's it. Okay. Okay, yeah, that could be a lifetime. Yeah, like it could. J'aimerais un peu parler en français parce que, je suis quand même francophone aussi. Je suis vraiment très reconnaissante de toutes les possibilités qui m'ont été données de m'épanouir dans le milieu communautaire. C'est pas toujours amusant, c'est pas toujours gai. Ça peut être très fatigant. Gavin parlait de mes escapades à travers la ville, dans les transports en commun, mais c'est ça, parce que je conduis pas. Oui, alors, ça se fait à pied, en autobus. Once in a while, I can get a ride from somebody to get to where I need to get to. Mais je suis très consciente du fait que le travail que je fais, c'est pas donné à tout le monde. C'est pas tout le monde qui a le temps, c'est pas tout le monde qui a l'énergie, c'est pas tout le monde qui a une job à temps plein. And no offense to my employer, but literally my full-time job pays so that I can do my other job, which is community work. I'm hoping that with this award I can, A, promote Volunteer Ottawa, because they do a fabulous job promoting volunteerism, don't you think, in the city of Ottawa? Yeah. And Elder June did say inspiring. I hope to inspire especially younger people of color, especially from the newcomer community, immigrants, refugees. Inspire them to do their little bit where they're at as much as they can now and not wait to be settled, to be this, to be that. Because for me, I found community through volunteering. I literally found community through volunteering. That's how I started doing it. I didn't see my people, I didn't know where they were, I didn't know what was going on, and through volunteering, I found a huge Black community made up of Black communities, and then a wider community. So I hope that I would inspire them to truly understand the extent to which volunteering is also part of being the fabric of Canadian society. Volunteers are the glue that hold all of this together. Alors, merci beaucoup. Je suis très...
Getting those beautiful pictures taken. That's wonderful. Lifetime Achievement Award, but I don't think she's done, right? No, she's not done. She's not done by any stretch. Wonderful. We're capturing the moment tonight. Okay, give it up for our friend, of course, Sarah Onyango. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. All the wonderful words that were shared tonight. And none of this happens without the leadership of Christine Trotzmandorf. She is just one of my favorites.